Good afternoon, everyone. Gising pa kayo? Yeah. So, who's into photography or who loves to travel here? Ayan, nice. Ang daming kamay. So, basically, what I will be talking about in my presentation is all about my experiences, how social media changed my life, and in relation, also, I'll be talking about the different photography, travel, and social media tools. So just to prepare my presentation, I'll be manning my presentation using my iPhone because I have no remote for this. So, of course, follow me on Twitter, NJNear, Instagram, Facebook, also social networking sites, NJNear. Right. So, travel, photography, social media. I think you guys would question, how do we relate all two things into social media? So that's what you'll find out in this presentation. But first, I want to start with this, how I started. I believe that by sharing how this guy in front of you started in this colorful world of social media, you guys will have that realization that, oh nga no, nakaya niya, kaya ko din. Some kind of that realization. So, let me introduce myself, how I started, where I grew up. So I was born and raised there. At the heart of Angeles City, Philippines, Pampanga. All right. Just a short introduction. I graduated in 2007 at Holy Angel University with a degree in Bachelor of Science in Electronics and Communications Engineering. The year after, I got my professional license. So that's where the confused phase of my life started. I worked as a telecom engineer in a telco company. So at first, working in a telco company, it was all fun. I had my company car, I had unlimited gas allowance, vacation, but it came to a point where suddenly I got bored with it. I realized this is not what I wanted to do, so this is not what I want to become. In short, I was not happy. I quit. So, sorry. So for about a few months, I had no work. No income. It was so depressing. I had no idea how depressing it was. So for me, I had no choice. I needed to do something. That's where I learned blogging. Blogging. One of the first few, for social media, this is one of the first things that I learned, blogging. And then after that, I also learned graphics design, I did freelance writing, and then suddenly I got hooked into social media. I did research, I engaged myself into the different social media tools, research here and there, and suddenly there's a spike in my social media career. I was able to work with people from all over the globe. I became an app developer, research analyst of a California-based company called Bitsio. I also worked as a project manager for a London-based company. And then, just last year, freelance social media manager for a crowdfunding website called firstfunder.com. And the most exciting part for me is this. I was hired by a California-based company called Indochina Travel Company. Just for your information, Indochina Travel Company is a US-based travel company that offers custom travels to Cambodia, Vietnam, Bangkok, and Myanmar. So for about a year of handling the company's social media, I was also sent to these Asian countries to get a feel of what it's like being on their tours. Basta pasyal-pasyal lang, getting paid to travel. Hold on. Getting paid to travel. One of the things I've always dreamed of. mission accomplished. Diba? All possible because of social media. So, how do you define social media? Any brave souls out there who wants me to give a definition of social media? Wala? Okay, just a very, very simple definition from a user's perspective. Social media, it's when you wake up first thing in the morning and you check how many people liked your photo on Facebook. Or how many new followers you have on Twitter, right? Wikipedia. Social media refers to the means of interactions among people in which they create, share, and exchange information and ideas in virtual communities and network. Say you want to learn about photography. With social media, it's so easy nowadays, no sweat. You can actually start with your smartphone or tablet. As for me, I didn't have any photography lessons. I just utilized the different photography apps. I did my research. I consulted Google. And I also joined a number of photography groups. This is one of my photography groups. It's called Helios Project International. And we always do meetups, photo walks, self-studies, practice lang, practice shoot. And eventually, you learn a lot. And then, suddenly your photos improve and others will comment, wow, nice shot. Diba? Just self-studies. And what's interesting about social media, as for me, in the end, some of these people I met from these groups eventually became my closest friends. Diba? Oh. Cheesy ba, diba? All right. Let's say you want to learn a new language. Sure, there are a lot of audio CDs, training manuals out there. Pero, too old school na yan, di na uso. You can go online or search your app store. A lot of translator apps, foreign exchange forums. I studied Spanish 3 years ago in Instituto Cervantes. Pero it came to a point where I had to stop because of schedule conflicts. Siyempre, I'm working also, so I need to balance work and school. So it came to a point na I stopped talaga totally. But because of social media, I found a social networking site for travelers called Couchsurfing.org. That's where I found a group of Spanish travelers working in Manila. And during our free time, we organized meetups at random restaurants, coffee shops. We called it Spanish Thursday Night Group in Couchsurfing.com. So these are all professionals. Like that girl, that's Alicia. She's from Spain, but she's working here in Manila. So during her free time, like day off, she posts at forums in Couchsurfing. Let's say, hey, I'm free tonight. Who wants a Spanish exchange forum? The only thing she's asking is, we teach her Tagalog. So there's a language exchange, of course also possible through social media. Say, what about this photo? Reaction. All right. Say you wanna travel, you wanna go out on an out of the country tour. With all of these blogs, forums, travel apps available out in the online market, like some are even free to download, you can actually customize your tours, mix and match, find the best hotels in town, best burger, what to do, what not to do when in a specific country. Possible because of social media. And here's a very elementary representation of my network. I have a photography group, I have an Instagram group, a citizen journalist group, a travel bloggers group, school, armed group, ooh, interesting, work, and a party group. All right, I will just go over some of the groups here. Let me present you. Blogwatch. Blogwatch is composed of independent-minded bloggers where we leverage technology We leverage social networks, live streaming to advocate social change. Mom Blogger, who's familiar with Mom Blogger? She's the founder of Blogwatch. And yeah, that's the 150th birthday celebration of Rizal in Intramuros. And my Instagram group called IGers Manila. I'm one of the pioneers, and the founder, Carl Lozano, CC Lozano, is a good friend of mine. And my party group, Pub Crawl Boracay. Who's familiar with Pub Crawl Boracay? No one. Party people. Wala. All right. This is a group, or just a rough definition, it's bar hopping in a different kind of way. You get to meet people, you get to meet travelers from, say, Boracay. There are a lot of travelers, so a lot of people, a lot of new travel or tourists are joining pub crawl just for the fun of it and for meeting new friends. And my armed forces group. This is the Philippine Navy Naval Aviators Group. We are the official photography instructors of Philippine Navy Naval Air Group, and every year we conduct photography trainings for naval pilots, aerial shots. We do classroom lessons and the actual aerial shoot. So, sumasakay kami sa two-seater plane na ang liit-liit lang. So, we fly around taking pictures of islands and islets. So, interesting, di ba? Thanks to social media. And here's the recent Armageddon, di ba? This was taken in Subic kasi we flew from Cavite and then we took photos of the islands between Cavite and Subic. So Mount Samat is one of our subjects. All right, so let's talk more about the different social media tools. So I think you're all familiar with that. Facebook, Twitter, Path. Who's using Path? Wala? All right, so Foursquare. Who's using Foursquare? Ayun, I see. Instagram. Yeah, I see a lot of hands. So I will go over through these apps one by one, real quick lang, and I will show you a demo of how the actual app looks like. First is Foursquare. So traveling to a new place traveling to a place for the first time is not that stressful nowadays because of Foursquare. You can actually search for nearby recommended places like restaurants, hotels, anything, activities. Let me show you a demo of Foursquare. Just 1 second. All right, so I'm mirroring my iPhone to the projector just to show you how the apps look like. All right, let's go to Foursquare. Right. For example, it's just my second time in Davao, so I'm actually looking for restaurants, mga best pagkain. I actually tried inadobong manok, ingata, and sili last night. So, masarap siya actually. Hindi nyo yata alam yun, Alright. Say, I'm in this spot and the nearby places. Ateneo de Davao, 6th floor, Finster Hall. So, you see, kahit first time mo sa isang lugar, you can actually find a place to go. Like, for example, you want to search for a restaurant. Ayan. Tama ba yung mga pinakita? Di ba? All right. Let's go back to my presentation, actually. Just 1 second. It's so hard manning two devices at the same time. I'm actually manning my MacBook Pro and manning this iPhone all at the same time in one projector. So, pasensya na ako, medyo may delay. Ayan. Now, my laptop. So, I also have a remote mouse using my iPhone. So, there will be a couple of delays just to manipulating everything. Wait lang I need two hands kasi. I guess that's it. Sorry. Okay. Now, let's go to Instagram. Maraming nagtaas ng kamay kanina, so a lot of you guys out there are familiar with this. So, just a very brief definition. It's a photo sharing site. Actually, you can now share videos using Instagram. You can share a 15-second video. So I want to take a remembrance from you guys by taking a photo. Para may remembrance, di ba? Cheesy ba? Eto. Okay, let's post it now. Follow nyo ako Instagram, NJNear. Diba? Mamaya na yan, medyo matagal. So let's go back to the presentation. Yan. Next app is Path. So, hindi ko na siya i-demo kasi it's just like a combination of Facebook and Instagram. You can share photos, you can share your status, you can share your location. What else? You can share music. And just like Instagram, you can also cross-post your photos or anything, cross-post your status to Facebook, Twitter, Foursquare, and Tumblr. So, just one app, you can post it to four more social networking sites. Okay, about travel naman. I will be introducing 3 interesting apps that you can use when traveling. All right. First is Skyscanner, second, TripAdvisor, and the third, yung na-mention ko kanina, which is Couchsurfing. First, Skyscanner. Skyscanner, it will find you the cheapest flight. Cheapest flight, okay, I'll just show you a screenshot. Like for this, Manila to Calibo, the cheapest flight is 1,124 pesos from Cebu Pacific. So, ayun, there's the other one from Philippine Airlines. It costs 3,295. So, 3,000 over 1,000, laking savings, diba? So, effortless. And show you how that works. You can actually download it if you have an Android or iOS device. It's free. Let's look at Skyscanner app. Let's see. Kasi kanina, the site is down eh. So let's see if it's working. Say, I wanna... Ayan, meron pala. Oh no, down pa rin. So, down pa rin yung website nila. So, we can try it. You can try it. There's also a web app, skyscanner.com. Ayan. Let's just go back to the presentation. And then, the next app is TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is like Foursquare lang, where you get to read reviews. All right, 10 minutes. You get to read reviews, ratings of hotels, or what else? For example, a specific vacation activity. Everything is posted there. You can check for reviews, what others say about it, photos and stuff. So basically, parang Twitter lang siya, pero I think it's more, for me, it's more reliable kasi a lot of travelers are using it. Just anyway, just the same. Just for your preference, depende sa preference nyo kung if you want to use Foursquare, if you want to use TripAdvisor. Okay. So, and next. And Couchsurfing.org. And according to, just a simple definition, travel the world, find local hosts to stay with in over 100,000 cities. So, basically, it's a social networking site for a traveler. If you're going to, what country? Cambodia. And, syempre, nagtitipid ka, ayaw mo mag-spend sa hotel. You look for hosts, locals there, who are willing to share their couch, their bed, their room. Diba? Pero, warning lang kasi, this has to be used with caution kasi you'll never know who you're gonna meet, diba? So, ingat lang. And next is rediscover your city. Meet visiting travelers and locals at events in your area. Kasi there's a forum section at the website, so you can look for events, gatherings, and stuff. And at the same time, you can also become a host. You can host travelers visiting your area. And another use of Couchsurfing, I mentioned earlier in my experience, say this, language exchange. Alda posted, for the past 3 months, I haven't been able to speak Spanish. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm proposing a language exchange. I could teach Tagalog, English, or Waray for conversations in Spanish. Or if you're learning Spanish, we could practice speaking the language together. Another option for me is to teach you Spanish, and in exchange, you can teach me French. So parang win-win situation, di ba? You learn Spanish, and then the other person, the recipient, learns a new language, di ba? So the forum looks like this. You can comment, para siyang Facebook. You can comment on the post. You can follow the post. You can also private message the specific user. Okay. Photography naman. I'm running out of minutes. So just quick lang, a quick photography tip. When shooting your subjects, you have to at least capture the emotion. For a photo to be powerful, you have to capture the emotion of the scene. Like, if you're capturing portraits, capture the eyes. So, parang it will tell you the story na looking at the eyes pa lang, diba? Another one is this, diba? It's a guy selling lotus seeds in Vietnam. So, ayan, na kinuhanan ko siya while nasa Roro ako. Nasa Roro kasi siya. Ayan. Now let's go to 3 photography apps. This is my favorite actually, Snapseed. Kasi it's like Photoshop in your mobile phone. Easier to use. So I will demo it na lang para you'll see how easy it is to use and how easy it is to enhance photo using Snapseed. Snapseed, you can download it. It's free. iOS, Android. I'm not sure about the BlackBerry OS. All right. So Snapseed, this is the app. All right. Okay, let's edit a sample photo. Okay, let me just check this one. Are you familiar with this place? Diba? Ayan. Edit natin siya. Can someone please dim the lights para makita yung difference? Ayan, thank you. Right. So, the interface is so simple. Slide lang. For example, you wanna enhance the photo quality. You can actually see. You just slide your finger. You can add drama, and then you can modify the brightness, saturation. You can make it look more colorful, and the tone. Diba? So easy. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. This is the edited product, the edited photo. This is before, diba? Ayan siya. See the difference? The details of the clouds. Lumitaw. Diba? Thanks to social media and technology. And I think I have a few more slides left. Diptych is a free tool that you can use for photo collage. So you can do photo collage if you have a lot of photos to post and you want it just in one single Instagram post, you can use Diptych. Of course, Photoshop. Everyone's familiar with Photoshop. Kaya lang, you have to pay for a registration code for you to use it. Diba? No to piracy. Right. And last is tools versus skill. Actually, hindi ako naniniwala na kailangan mo ng magandang camera for you to take good photos, diba? Definite passion. You just have to love what you're doing, and then you'll excel. You don't need a high-end camera just to take magnificent photos. Say, for example, I started with nauna yan. But this one, this one was taken using a Nikon D3000. It's a Ibon Event Festival in Pampanga. This is Marcelo Fernan Bridge, Nikon D3000 also. Just a kit lens. Puso of Cebu, D3000. Quiapo Bridge, D3000. Laguna, D3000. As I mentioned earlier, you don't need expensive DSLR cameras. When I was starting photography, I just used my Sony Ericsson K810i. So dyan ako nag-train, dyan ang training ground ko, the Sony Ericsson. And just a sample photos using the Sony Ericsson K810i. Ayan, it's taken in Clark, Pampanga. And this one also taken using a Sony Ericsson K810i. And ako ngayon, hindi na ako masyadong nagdadala ng DSLR camera, just my iPhone, okay na. Ayan. This one's taken using my iPhone 4S, Boracay. So, it's the famous Willis Rock. Diba? And this one's also taken using the iPhone 4S. iPhone 4S also. It's taken at 2 different times, so like, siguro a 4-hour difference. Naka-fix ang iPhone 4 ko sa window ng condo ko. So, this one like around 10 a.m. in the morning, and then this one is around before sundown. So, there's a color tone difference. Pinag-combine ko lang para makita yung difference. Taken using my iPhone 4S, di ba? Keep shooting. Yan. Just final words, keep shooting. So, it doesn't matter na kaka-start mo lang, you don't have any idea about photography, just keep shooting. Sabi ko nga with my groups, kapag may exchange, when we do workshops, sabi ko, keep shooting. Sa 100 photos mo, at least you'll get 2 good shots, di ba? So, shoot lang ng shoot, you'll get a good shot. And just run through over my sample, my shots using my Canon 550D. This is taken in Vietnam, the floating village, Bangkok, Singapore, Cambodia, Singapore, Vietnam, Singapore. All right. Do one thing a day that scares you. That's one of my favorite quotes. So, do at least one thing a day. Do at least one new thing a day. It will make your life even better. Parang you'll improve day by day just by doing one thing that scares you. Just one of my shots. Would you dare live there? Well, all right. Just final words. As I've mentioned before in the first part of my presentation, I haven't gone as far as all the other successful people out there. Yeah, and I admit I'm still too far away from my goal, but I am slowly, surely getting there. That's what's most important. Little by little, you take steps little by little, and it will surely take you to where you want to be. Tandaan niyo yan. Little by little, one little step at a time, and it will take you where you want to be. Thank you.